Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is quite important if you are an artist or if you have any profession which require lights and color. So we know about the primary colors, but we don't know how to identify which color is warm color, which color is cool color, and it's very important to understand the temperature of colors because it gives you depth and the movement in your painting. So today let's understand the concept behind the temperature of the colors, and you can identify the temperature of the color easily without using a color wheel. So I have different shades of primary color, like I have 3 shades of yellow, 4 shades of blue and 3 shades of red. You might have other different colors as well in the yellow, blue and red, which is the primary color for us. So we are going to use all these primary colors today, having different shades and temperature in it, and I'm going to show you how we can identify the difference between the warm and the cool color. So basically when we say warm, what do you think? How you feel when you see a sun? How you feel when you see a fire? So all these colors like red, orange and yellow, they are the warm color. You need to prepare all these cards for yourself as well so that you can refer to all these cards in future just to understand which color I need to mix for what kind of color shade. So I have divided my one big sheet into smaller sections so that I can use one card for one purpose. So these are the 3 colors which are warm in nature, that is red, orange and yellow. It doesn't matter which red you are using, which orange you are using and which yellow you are using, it's fine. You can use any. Now let's talk about the cool colors. So how you feel when you see a garden full of greenery in it, or a big tree having so much leaves in it, or maybe an ocean or a sky. So blue, green and magenta is the cool color. So let's mark it as warm and the cool color. Oh, that's not cool, it's warm. Let me correct this one. So these are the warm, red, orange and yellow. These are the cool color, green, blue and magenta. But as we know, we have different shades of yellow, blue and red, which are the primary color. So let's talk about the primary color temperature. So I'm going to use 3 yellow color. So I am using Gamboge, Cadmium and lemon yellow. For the blue I have Persian, Ultramarine, cobalt and Cerulean. And for the red I have Vermilion, Scarlet and crimson. For your color palette, at least you should have one warm color and one cool color from the primary colors. But how to understand which one is warm and which one is cool? So grab whatever color you have available with yourself. You don't need to buy anything. So use all the yellow color first because we are talking about the yellow first. So when I say how to identify which one is warm color in yellow and which are the cool color in yellow, it's quite difficult to understand, right? Because yellow color, we know it's a warm color, but which yellow is warm, which color is cool, it's difficult to identify. First color is Gamboge, the second color is Cadmium and the third color is lemon. So if you find yellows that are lean towards green, so those yellows are cool in nature, and yellows that are lean towards red or orange, those are warm in nature. So if you see a hint of orange or red into your yellow, so those color are more intended towards the warm color, and if you are seeing a little bit of green in it, so those are cool in nature. So based on the theory, let's understand which one is the warm and which one is the cool. So first is Gamboge and second is Cadmium, and you can see we can feel the orange color a little bit in the first two, and we can feel a little bit green shade in the last one. I don't know whether you are able to see it or not, but you are getting little hint of green in the last one, which is lemon yellow, and the first two are more towards the orange side, or maybe little hint of red as well. So those yellow which are going towards the orange, these two are the warm, and the last one is the cooler. So lemon yellow is the cool color, and Gamboge and Cadmium is the warm color. So we have identified which one is warm and which one is cool. At least we need one warm yellow and one cool yellow. Now let's talk about the blue. So for the blue, I'm using 4 different shades of blue, that is Persian, Ultramarine, Cobalt and Cerulean. So my first color is Persian, second is Ultramarine, third is Cobalt and fourth is Cerulean. There are slightly difference in these colors, so it's quite difficult to understand which blue is warm and which blue is cool. For me, the most difficult is to identify the blues. So what is the theory behind it? So the blues, traces of red in it, those are warm in color, or more towards the violet, those are warm in color. So let me use one violet or purple color just to identify the things. And the blues which are more towards the green color are cooler in nature. So let's talk about this one, the second one. Second one is Ultramarine, quite bright, and this is clearly towards the violet color, right? And which one you feel is more towards the green? So you need to identify the color which is more towards the violet and the colors which are more towards the green. I think Cerulean blue is the cooler color, and Ultramarine is definitely warmer in nature, more towards the violet side, the second blue in my palette. Now what about the first two, the Persian and Ultramarine? So second is definitely on the warmer side, and as a theory the Persian is towards the cooler side, but as compared to the Ultramarine, Persian is definitely cooler than the Ultramarine. So Cerulean is the cooler and Ultramarine is the warmer. Now Cobalt is neutral in nature, not cool, not warm as per theory, but I think it is more towards on the cooler side. So we are going to use the Ultramarine for the warm color and Cerulean for the cool color. Now let's talk about the red color. So I have 3 red: Vermilion, Scarlet and Crimson. For me, red is quite easy to understand which one is warmer and which one is cooler, and how we can identify. So we can identify the red easily as per my understanding, because the red which is more towards the orange and yellow, those are the warmer red, and if you are seeing the red which is more towards blue and purple, those are the cooler red. So I have these 3 color and you can easily identify which one is cooler, right? The last one having little bit shade of blue and purple in it, so that's definitely the cooler color. The crimson is the cooler red, and if you see the middle one, the scarlet, it is quite towards the orange, so this is definitely a warmer red. I think first one is also a warmer red because this is more towards the red, yellow and orange side. Third one, you can see directly this is more towards the magenta or purple or violet, so this is a cooler red. So we are going to use crimson for the cool color and scarlet for the warm color. For the yellows, we are going to use lemon yellow for the cool color and cadmium or Gamboge for the warm color. For the blues, I'm going to use cobalt as a cool color and ultramarine as the warm color. So one warm color, one cool color is needed, and we are going to combine these colors together to create different shades of green, orange and violet. But if I'll ask you which one is more warmer as compared to the other warmer color. So let's talk about the yellow. The first two is definitely on the warmer side, the Gamboge and Cadmium. But Gamboge has more towards the orange. It has more traces of orange in it. So Gamboge is more warmer as compared to Cadmium, but both are warmer in nature. So sometimes it's difficult to understand and difficult to identify these things, but you will identify things easily once you will start seeing the colors into temperature perspective. Now we all know how we can create green combining blue and yellow together, but it gives you lot different shades when you use warmer and the cooler color. So first combination is the warm yellow and the warm blue. The second combination is the warm yellow and the cooler blue. As soon as you add the cooler blue and the warmer blue, you can see the huge difference into the green shade. The first one is quite natural green and the second one is very vibrant and bright green. So let's use these two colors first. Having combination of warmer yellow and warmer and the cooler blue. I don't know whether you are able to see the differences in the color shade, but it has huge difference. The second one is quite brighter as compared to the first one. Now let's combine the cooler yellow, that is lemon yellow, and the warmer blue. Now this green is totally different than the first two. This is more towards the deep green, and the third one, when we combine both the cool colors blue and yellow, it gives you a very unnatural shade, I should say, because this is more brighter, which I don't like to use in a painting. So let's use these two color. I think the first and the third one is better combination of yellow and blue together to create greens as compared to the second and the fourth, because these are brighter in nature, but based on your painting you can use any. Now you can keep this card with yourself and write the combination in it so that you can refer to these cards in the future to understand what kind of color you need to create what kind of shade. So that's what I do for my paintings, and you can do for yourself. So something like this you can create, like I have used warm yellow, warm blue, warm yellow, cool blue, and different two other combination as well. So these are the green shades. Now let's understand about the orange shade. Now for the orange color, we need to mix yellow and red together to create orange. So I'm going to use warm yellow and warm red, cool yellow and cool red, and vice versa, just to get 4 different shades of color. So for the warm yellow I'm using Gamboge, and for the warm red I'm using Scarlet, and for the cool yellow I'm using lemon yellow, and for the cool red I'm using crimson. So first let's create the warm yellow and the warm and the cool red. So when you mix these things together you will get different shades of orange. Let's quickly combine all the cool and the warm color together to create different shades of orange. So I don't need to explain what I'm doing. And it's also depend how much color you are using. So for example, if you end up having more yellow, like 75% of yellow and 25% of red, you might end up having different color shade. So it's also depend on the quantity of 2 different color. It's also depend on temperature of 2 different color. So these things are important while mixing colors to get different other color shades. but whatever you are doing, it's very good idea to create cards and keep this with you so that you can refer in future, like how much quantity you have used of what color, what are the temperature of the colors to get different color shades. So that's why I like to keep things like that with me, just to refer things in the future. All these 4 oranges are quite different with each other. Based on your requirement, you can create your own combination of colors, and it's quite easy when you have these kind of cards together with you to create different color combination. Now we are done with the oranges as well. So we have different shades of green, different shades of orange. We have written everything, what color we have tried to create all these combination. We also learned about primary colors. We also learned about warm and cool colors, how to identify warm and cool colors. So these things are important to learn if you are an artist or if you are an industry which requires lights and colors into it. So now let's talk about the last combination, which is red and blue combination, which creates violet color or purple color. I don't know, I always see the different shades of violet and different shades of purple. So let's try warm blue color and warm red color. So I'm using Ultramarine warm and Cerulean blue and crimson and Scarlet red for warm and cool temperature. So I'm first mixing warm blue and warm red. Second, I'm mixing warm blue and cool red. Now you can see the differences in these two. You can adjust the colors a little bit. So first color is very earthy violet or purple, and the second one is bright purple, I guess, or maybe violet. I think this is more towards the violet side. First one is little earthy violet and second one is the bright. So these are the combination of warm blue and the cooler and the warmer red. Now let's use the cooler blue and warm red and the cooler red. So you will see 2 different color shades altogether. All 4 are very different in nature with each other. Try mixing proper proportion of colors. This is very earthy lavender color, I should say, and this is more lavender color. When you mix cooler blue and cooler red, let's check these colors into the card. This is very earthy color, and as you can see, we have created 4 different colors together, combining blue and red mix, having different temperature in it. Let's write everything quickly just for the future reference. And we are done with mixing red and blue also. One more thing, if you mix all 3 colors together, you will get grayish or brownish kind of shade. So try your own mixing all the 3 colors together. You can keep all these things together. These are the warmer and the cooler color. These are the different temperature of yellow, red and blue colors. Combining all these things together, we are getting different shades of orange, different shades of green and violet. I hope now it is easy for you to understand the cooler versus warmer color. And thank you so much for watching. See you guys in the next video.